Welcome to Entrepreneurs in Fuego. My name is Anthony Kirlew, and I'm here with Francisco A.K.A today.
I'm in trouble, man.
So we set you up.
That's the whole thing. You see now? I just got to sit back and just ask questions away, man. You're the internet marketing man. You're Anthony Kirlew from A.K.A. Internet Marketing. How you doing, man?
Hey, doing great, Francisco.
Well, no, it's Jesus. I mean, you're definitely doing great because you started with this is Entrepreneurs in Fuego. What you did not say is that we're documenting the journey of amazing entrepreneurs like you.
Well, thank you, and thank you for having me. I'm your guest. Let's clear it up for the camera. I'm your guest today. We wanted to have a little fun with you.
No, man, you did. I got all stumped out
blame
now.
the cameraman.
That was the first one at about 170 that got stumped, man. I was like, what's going on here? I'm losing control of the show. Anthony, you do internet marketing, but you have a distinct difference because you do things differently. Tell us about your company.
Well, thank you. So, A.K.A. Internet Marketing, we do digital marketing holistically, which means we don't just look at one part. We don't just look at your website. We don't just look at your email marketing, but we look at everything. We look at what you're doing right, what you could be doing better, what your competition's doing, and then we tie it all in with ROI to make sure that we're not just doing stuff and spending your money, but that you're actually getting a return on investment.
Is it a misconception that when you engage a social media marketing and internet marketing company such as yourself, that we by default we're expecting immediate results? Like, all right, I'm going to engage you to be my internet marketer, and my goodness, you're looking at this holistic approach. I want results by next Monday at 5.
So it depends.
It ain't going to happen.
Well, it depends on what you want. If you want results by next Monday, we might be able to get you results. That's where the pay to play comes in.
Okay.
Because with paid search, you can actually start to get traffic, in some cases the same day, but literally the next day.
With pay to play.
Correct. So that will be your pay-per-click search, things like Google AdWords, Facebook ads. Those are the most common, but there's a whole genre of paid search, including Bing and even Twitter and LinkedIn. All the social networks now you can actually buy advertising on.
Anthony, isn't it though? I mean, at this point, if you're not paying to play, you pretty much should discard whatever you're doing on the because you're not going to reach the 4,000 followers that you have in your Facebook account, and don't expect them to buy your product if you're doing something if you're putting your ads in there.
Yeah, so it can be done. It'll certainly take longer.
All right.
The journey will take longer if it's more of an organic journey. And with Facebook specifically, what has happened is it's gotten so cluttered that if you're not doing some sort of paid advertising within Facebook, even your fans, those that already like your page, may not even see your posts. But if you add strategically some monetary spend, some advertising, you can elevate those posts such that it comes up in their feed a little higher.
Twitter's stock is down like 60% from last year. They have not increased any amount of users. Their algorithm just changed, I think, just this past Monday. So they have a completely different ranking system. How do you, if I am somebody that is engaging your services, how difficult it is to keep track of all these different changes? Because, not only the technology is changing,
Sure.
Anthony, as you know, I mean, just when you thought it was safe to do Twitter and Instagram, Snapchat comes around, Blab comes here.
Right.
How do you keep up with the optimal mixture in this holistic approach to the client's needs? How do you keep up with all that stuff?
Some of it is identifying what social media channels are best for them. So for example, if they're a B2B business, they're trying to reach other businesses, we're going to focus more on the B2B social media.
Right.
And if they're business to consumer, then vice versa. The other thing is to be aware that there are trends in social media, but because you don't jump on the trend immediately doesn't mean you're going to miss out. If you're, as long as you have a strategic plan, you can add those things to it, but you never want to get away from like your core plan.
Is it getting to be now that if you're a business and if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, it's like walking around without a business card?
Yeah, you're really missing out because that's where all the serious entrepreneurs are. That is the number one professional social network out there. So definitely missing opportunity if you don't have not just a LinkedIn profile, but also a company page, because you can have a company page as well where you can post information, your blog feed and things like that. So definitely missed opportunity because it doesn't cost any money just to have it set up.
You're a holistic organization. You have all these different verticals that you're looking at, the different platforms that customers have. In your experience, what, from a business perspective, somebody that comes to you, what is the biggest, reluctance, if you will, what is the biggest obstacle that the client will say, yeah, I like what you're saying, but I'm not ready? What is that obstacle?
I'd say the biggest
and
reluctance.
How do you overcome it?
Yeah, the biggest reluctance probably is having been burned in the past. If somebody says, I spent money and this didn't happen, how are you different? And what I tell them is, I can't make up for the fact that they did business with the wrong company. All I can do is show them maybe where they went wrong in that plan. For example, if it wasn't holistic, if they put all their money into one little strategy and it didn't work, I can show them how our strategy is different.
And I was gonna ask you, what have you found that it is the most common mistake that entrepreneurs are making when engaging social media companies?
The most common mistake in engaging companies,
Sure.
probably not doing their homework to find out, what is the track record of this company? How long have they been around? And are they skilled in their specific niche? Because I can tell you right now, I will be upfront with somebody and tell them if they're in a niche that's just we're really not that familiar with, and we don't want to just take money to take money.
How does an internet company that specializes in getting business for other businesses get their own business?
We're a product of our own product. Thankfully people find us on Google all the time. We get clients through Facebook all the time. I actually just connected with a New York Times best-selling author, and I don't want to say too much about him because that would say who he is, and he's not under contract yet. But he was referred to me through somebody on Facebook. It was kind of a surprise. So being there is half the battle, and so we're there, and we're always telling our story. We're not over-marketing, but we're always educating. And so that's another key I would tell people is seek to educate people, don't seek to sell people.
This is about your personal journey, how you got to be where you are. What made you get into the social media, and how long have you been in social media?
So I actually started a long time ago. I started in the late 90s. I was an IT guy before that.
That's around the time that Al Gore invented the internet.
Right, exactly. Al and I kind of worked on some stuff together. But I was a techie, and I saw this thing, this email, this web, and I said, there's something here. And by God's grace, I got involved and built my first website in 1999, and then I kind of had to figure out why nobody was showing up. So I kind of learned self-taught, SEO, search engine optimization. And then as people started seeing me make money with this website, they were just asking for my help, and that helped me launch my first company, which I built and sold actually.
So you're creating your own website. So you're programming that thing with HTML.
Now it was ugly though. Back in the 90s, it was ugly. Let me tell you. I bought a book called "Teach Yourself HTML in 24 Hours." I kid you not. And I just hacked away all night. By the morning, I had a website, but by today's standards, it was pretty ugly.
But by then, it was probably
but you know what?
breakthrough though.
People were showing up and spending money on it. So, what can I say?
What is the biggest challenge? So you've been an entrepreneur all this time, since the 90s. What did you do before?
Oh, before that. So I was in IT before that, and entrepreneurially, I was actually in real estate before that. I did real estate sales and also worked for a developer. So
the biggest challenge you as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, what is it? Is it marketing? Is it finance? Is it getting new customers? What is it?
Me? So for me, it might be different, but maybe not. My biggest challenge has been focus. I was blessed with ADD. As are many entrepreneurs, but I've come to really see that a lack of focus has been the biggest threat to businesses, not just mine. I've seen other people struggle and stray, and I've seen where not focusing on my business has hurt me. And so thankfully I have people like accountability partners where I say, hey,
sure.
if I start to stray or talk about something different, help me stay on track.
When you say that you lack that focus, is it because there are so many distractions out there? so much going on in the web world, in the internet world, that you can't help but be distracted by the noise that is out
A
there.
little bit, but I kind of thrive on businesses. So if I could start a new business a week, I would. My wife would shoot me. But I get distracted by business opportunities.
Honey, do you see this? All right, don't do it. So that's cool. And the best advice that you can give, an entrepreneur, somebody that wants to get into the business that you're in, what is the best advice that you could give?
Best advice: always be a learner. Be committed to learning, and stay focused, even when it gets hard. No, really, a lot of entrepreneurs, when things get challenging, another opportunity, they may look more exciting, but the reality is that's a brand new start, and that road will be a lot harder than it looks. So if you stay the course, stay focused, that's really the best advice I can tell somebody. Stay focused.
You opened the show, so you might as well close it. And I'm going to give you how we close the show.
Okay.
We usually say, and with that, and I point and I said, we're out. So,
And with that, we're out.